Imagine if you were judged for the rest of your life for a mistake that you made as a child. Incarcerated children are still children.
We're helping them to change their lives for sure, but we owe it to them. Folks I work with can usually point to one person who was trying to offer something positive for them, and they can usually admit they didn't listen. So I'm wondering what you do to really connect and be that person that young people listen to.
One thing that I've come to realize doing this work is that, the young people that I work with, they're 40 in a 16-year-old body. They've pretty much had to grow up really fast. Some of them had to help raise their siblings because there was only a single parent at home. Some, there was no parent at all at home. In their neighborhood, they had to join a gang really early. So what we do is that we bring them back into their childhood. We introduce them to the arts. We use music, we use rap, we use hip hop, going out into nature and excursions. So Keith, when people leave prison, how do you know that transformation has happened?
Transformation happened long before they were released. And we get there by focusing on their childhood. And once you recognize the root of it, then you also recognize you can make up something else about your own future. So that by the time they're ready to see the parole board, they've got the skills and understanding that we know they're going to be on a different path going forward. Almost without exception, they are committed to doing the same thing when they get out into the community. They say, if I can spare anybody from my fate, I want to do that. People talk about the school to prison pipeline. How do we fix this?
There hasn't been a young person today that will raise their hand and say, yeah, jail worked for me. We got to start with the young people. We got to start with the youth. Repairing our schools, bringing more resources to our community-based organizations, looking at, mental health and being able to properly fund that and be able to work with young people that may have issues that have gone unrecognized. So people say, why should we listen to people who commit violent crimes? We should focus on those of lesser crimes. So why do you think we should care and listen to people?
In my experience, they're the same people. People's motivations for committing crimes are usually very similar, whether you label the crime violent or not violent. The people who are in prison serving a life sentence for violent crimes are the least understood group of people in prison. But at the same time, they have the greatest capacity for change.
We've worked with and have helped about 20,000 people since 2004. So
in Uncommon Law, we've helped 206 individuals who were serving life sentences be released from their sentences. And another about 20,000 we've helped through our litigation over the years.
So the Obama Foundation has been really instrumental in helping to amplify the awareness around our organization.
Probably the biggest difference that it's made is validation. It's validating that the group of people I work with matter, that they should be a part of a much larger conversation.